up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen. If you guys don't know me yet, I'm very new to YouTube, but plan on being here for a long time. Today we will be doing this makeup look. It's a little bit more natural, using a lot of cream blushes, a couple drugstore products today, so if you guys are into that, then keep watching. So to start, I'm gonna go in with my Laneige sleeping mask and just put it on my lips before I start any of my makeup. This just keeps your lips moisturized and acts as a really good barrier just before you start any of your makeup. I'm actually gonna go in with a sunscreen, and the one that I like to use is La Roche-Posay and Helios Mineral Ultralight sunscreen. I just like to put this on before I do any of my makeup. It's just good to always use sunscreen on your skin, protect your face. This one is a little bit tinted. I kind of like it just because if I do go out and I don't want to be wearing a ton of makeup, this is just like a really good little veil to put on your face, kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but you also have the added perks or added benefits, I guess, of there being sunscreen in it. I'm gonna go in with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and honestly this is the best foundation ever. It's just so natural but buildable, just sits on your skin amazingly. I'm just gonna use a little bit. I'm just gonna put a pump on my hand and then apply little spots all over my face so that it kind of gets distributed evenly. And so I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass foundation brush and I'm just gonna push it into my skin. I love this stuff because it still looks so natural on your face. It doesn't really look like you're wearing cakey, thick makeup. Blend the neck. So once that I have it blended in with the brush, I'm actually just gonna go in with a damp beauty blender and just make sure that it's completely blended. So I just press it into the skin. Beautiful. I'm gonna go in with my MAC concealer pot and apply this around my nose. This is a very high coverage concealer, so I just want to be careful when I'm applying it. Not to use too much, but just enough in those areas that need it. And then I'm just going to use a tiny bit on the very inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm going to go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one's in the shade Custard. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit right here and then up there. We're going for a lifting effect. I'm going to go in with my Hourglass concealer brush, and we're just going to be intentional with kind of blending this in. Take the beauty blender. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is in One Fair. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of this on the center of my nose, the top part of my cheekbone. I'm just gonna take the back of my beauty blender and I'm just gonna press it in. This stuff is beautiful. I know a lot of people put it on underneath all their foundation, but I kind of want some of that sheen to come through. And I'm just going to take the side of my beauty blender and just press it up and down my nose. So next I'm going to go in with my Chanel Cream Bronzer. This is the Le Beige, wow, I'm butchering this, Soleil Tan Universal Bronzer, which is definitely not universal. It's a little bit lighter, but I really like this shade on my skin tone. So I'm just going to take the back of my beauty blender and I'm just going to press it in, and then we're going to stamp it into my cheekbones, around my forehead. Make sure you push it into your hairline too. You don't want to see that line. Definitely gives you like a really nice sun-washed look, but I love that it's creamy and it's very natural. I'm gonna do the chin, blend it down, and then we're gonna push it into the top of the forehead. And then the last thing I like to do is just take the side of my beauty blender and I'm just gonna kind of shape out my nose. Get the tip of your nose as well. So now that I look like I have a little bit of a suntan, I'm going to actually use a new product that I've just tried out, which is a drugstore product. It's Maybelline Cheek Heat. We're just gonna dot it onto kind of the high parts of my cheekbones. I need to smile. We're just going to take the back of the beauty blender. We're gonna press it kind of into the top of my cheekbone. So the next thing I'm going to do with the blush is I'm actually going to apply a little bit just on my eyelids, just to kind of add to the look. Kind of ties everything in. Just going a bit above the brow bone, or above the eyelid, I guess. I'm going to go in and put a little bit of powder underneath my eyes. I'm going to go in with the Airbrush Flawless Finish Perfecting Powder. It's a very fine milled face powder. The only thing I will say about this powder is there's a lot of fallout, so you have to be really just careful when you're using it. You don't want to like waste it all when you're putting it on your brush, but it goes on the skin so beautiful. It's just so natural. It almost puts like a filter on your face, and come my wedding day, this is gonna be one of my go-to products. I already know it. So I'm just gonna use this blush brush. I honestly don't know where this one came from, but we're gonna just press it in, and I'm just gonna go in under my eye. Yeah, this stuff is amazing. If there's one product I'd recommend out of this whole tutorial, it is this one. It's so good. I'm actually going to go in on my eyes just a little bit more with the MAC Melba. It's a Melba blush actually, and I'm gonna actually use it as an eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna take a medium-sized fluffy brush and put a little bit just on the outer parts of my eyes just to kind of widen them even more. So the next thing that I am going to do is I'm gonna do brows. So going in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. We're gonna do it a little bit differently this time. I'm gonna brush out my brow hairs and then kind of start in the middle of my brow, and we're gonna brush backwards just to fill out the brow. This is a trick that I just learned. I don't know if anybody follows Van Gogh. He does brows amazing, and this is one of the things that he does, so we're trying it out. And I don't want my arch to be super harsh, so we're gonna soften it. Whenever I make a mistake on my brows, when I'm kind of filling them in, I just always go in with the spoolie to kind of like blend it out, and that kind of seems to erase any issues or mistakes I make. I don't want them to look like identical. Everybody always says that eyebrows shouldn't be twins, they should be sisters. So I think we're just gonna go with that. Now that we filled them in, I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia, I think I called it Anastasia, I don't know, with the clear brow gel. Brush up and then just kind of like follow the shape of my eyebrow. Call that a day. So the next thing I'm gonna use is my Urban Decay oh my god, it's so dirty, sorry. Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna spray my face. We're gonna go in and curl our eyelashes with the Shiseido eyelash curler. So we're gonna go in with mascara, and I'm going to go back in with my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. We aren't gonna use too much today. And then just a little bit on the lower lashes. I'm just using the excess from my brush to do the lower lashes because I don't want it to look too harsh. Okay, so I just wiped off the lip mask that I had on earlier. So I'm gonna go in with a MAC lip liner, and the one I'm gonna be using is pretty natural. It is Subculture. It's very, almost like a nudie pink. I'm just gonna go in and line a little bit above the lip, but nothing crazy because we want it to look natural, and then just kind of stick as close to my lip as possible otherwise. This stuff is very natural, very similar to my lip color. I kind of take the side of the pencil and blend it down into my lip. Nothing crazy, right? I'm gonna go back in with the Maybelline Cheek Heat, and I'm actually gonna use it as a lip tint as well. And I'm just gonna press it in to the lips. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with my Laneige lip mask, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of a top sheen on my lips, just because this stuff is very natural. Basically your lips but better, just a nice coat of healthy sheen to your lips, which kind of adds to the healthy look we're going for. Okay, I think we are done. So this is the final look. It's very natural. It looks really healthy on the skin. I love using cream blushes if I'm looking for a little bit more of a natural look. They just sink into the skin really nicely, especially if you have some good products to work with. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did like it, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you.